Hi, my name is Eugenia, and in this video, I would like to provide a quick introduction into who I am, where I come from, what I do, and why. So originally I'm from Russia, but I've been living in Canada for the last 30 years. I came to Canada when I was quite young, although I was already married and had a young baby. Both my daughters are grown up now, and I also have three amazing stepchildren. In my life, I have gone through a number of different transitions and transformations. And today, I am a transformational coach, and I work with professional women to help them step into their power and connect to who they are. I find that in our life, we go through so much. We have a number of different stages in our life. When we are going through school, when we're getting married, having children, not all of us, but most of us, or a lot of us, and then we change careers. So I have come into a place in my life in my late 40s, from after being in a career in corporate, after being in a career of being self-employed and having been a real estate salesperson for a number of years, and also having run a couple of businesses with my husband. What I realized is something was missing for me. And I really felt that it was something that I needed to figure out. I needed to figure out who I was. I needed to discover sort of the depth around myself, my purpose, and what it would take for me to align to this life, to this world. I've always been a very curious person, and that was super helpful for me. So since about mid-30s, I was taking a number of different courses. I took a number of different continuing education work. Also, having worked in corporate, I've done that. When I stepped into my late 30s and early 40s, that was the time of real soul searching for me, to really discover who I was, why I was here. So through a number of online trainings, through a number of meeting people serendipitously who helped me, I was discovering and peeling the layers of who I was. And a lot of information was something that I already knew intuitively about myself, but at that moment I needed confirmation. So some of the metaphysical tools that I used really helped me at the time. When I finally realized that I was going to go into coaching, and that would be my new career that now I found a new passion for, I took the certification, I took the coaching course, and alongside of this training and getting a professional certification, I was deeply interested in a number of other metaphysical systems, especially that some of the information that I've already discovered was so helpful and actually helped me truly realize my potential and realize that I'm here to help people. I'm here to help others through my own experience, through some of the wisdom that I bring, through the ability to help others find their path. And I've done that without knowing it, even in my real estate career. When I helped people find their homes, I would coach them. Prior to the transaction, I would take them through the transaction. I would hold their hand. I also would know everything about them. When I became a coach, the metaphysical systems that I've learned about and that I continue learning about, because I keep adding things into my toolbox, have helped me understand the clients that I'm working with, but also understand that without that information, we can work with the coaching framework. We can work with people and we can help them. But every client is so different. And that was a huge discovery for me, that every person, after they go through a certain experience, would react to that experience differently, would bring different insights out of it, would bring different wisdom, because each one of us is here for different reasons. Each client I work with is unique, and each client has a unique story and a unique journey, and is on their unique path to discover who they are, to be who they are, and to leave a mark of who they are in this world. So I work with this premise with every client that I have. So a lot of my work and methodology is customized to a client depending on who they are. once I discover through the metaphysical tools some of the information about them and help them discover who they are and some of the things that they're meant to be doing here and the lessons that they bring from other lives, it allows me to focus on helping them move forward with that information. So some of the metaphysical tools I find that have been really helpful that I work with and that I've studied deeply through the years is human design, which is a combination of 5 systems: Kabbalah, astrology, traditional I Ching Book of Wisdom, quantum physics, and the Hindu chakra system. I also work with Destiny Matrix, which is a way to see how the lessons that you bring from your past life, how you can apply your gifts in this life and live your highest potential, and also how you can physically live this life fully embodied. I also use Gene Keys in my work, which is a system of contemplation that can allow us to understand how we can best live our potential in this world. It allows you to contemplate and be in the state of openness around your gifts, around what you're here for, what are your best ways to apply yourself in life. And I also work with numerology, which has been the latest tool I've brought into my toolbox. And numerology has a number of different branches, such as Vedic numerology, such as classical numerology, and a number of others that allow us to understand, since we are surrounded by numbers, how the numbers and the energy of the numbers can help us be who we are in this world. I also have studied family constellation work, which is about families and the ancestors and how each one of us is a part of a larger family system. And so this work allows us to understand how we're connected to our ancestors and what we can do to help us and help future generations be living our full potential and be fully connected to our family system, to be fully energetically connected and be in the right place in our full family system. All of the systems together allow me to have this understanding of the life my client has had, where they're going, who they are, what they're going through, and where they need to go or want to go, and how I can support them best. Because coaching is about understanding and knowing that your client, that every person has it in them. All they need is support. All they need is somebody to champion them, somebody ask them questions, somebody bring out information and insights out of them, as well as help them get to certain understandings so that they can see where they're at, where they need to go. It is a very supportive methodology. Coaching is about supporting the person and looking forward and seeing what is possible for them. And maybe looking back every once in a while, but it's very different from therapy. Therapy is about looking back. Therapy is about digging deep in around the lessons, the stories, and working on the trauma. Coaching is about looking forward and not doing as much digging deep into the traumatic events, but more about taking what we need from the past to help us move forward. That's why I found that coaching was the profession that I really gravitated towards, since every person has their best potential already in them. All you need to do is help them discover it. I found it so uplifting, and my view of life is that each one of us is very capable. We do need help from time to time to move forward or to figure out a way. And I myself have worked with a number of coaches, with a number of professionals. So I'm a huge believer that it is important to reach out to people who can help us move through different challenges or move through transitions, help us understand ourselves better, help us understand the situations we keep running into, help us understand our patterns, but also help us move forward. So this is the work that I do, and I love it. And I think that in the moments in our life when we are feeling that something is missing, or we could do better, or we are running into the same challenges, it is helpful to talk to somebody or to go to somebody who can work with you to help you understand your motivation, to help you understand yourself, to help you understand some of the fears and blockages that might be holding you back. And I find that very often when I work with clients, we do bump into fears or limitations or blockages, the internal blockages, the mental limitations that can hold us back. All of us are living in a world where we're conditioned. We bring programs from the past that have been given to us by our parents, and those programs and information that we received sometimes hold us back from being who we are and from living our life to the fullest. So the work of a coach is to help the person understand what those limitations are, what those programs are, work through them, and use the knowledge that they receive about them to help them feel like they're capable and also move forward and have a plan of what they need to do. So my work includes coaching and the metaphysical tools that are basically a combination of different systems that I bring together that always complement each other and never contradict each other. They're just a different way of looking at who we are and looking deeper and getting the information that we often need, and the information that can support a lot of our desires, but also can support what we instinctively known for many, many years. But if we're separated from our intuition, if we have blocked it somehow, we can discover that information, and it can help you rediscover how you best can connect with yourself, because you're the one who knows what's best for you most of the time. It's not other people. So the professional, such as a coach, who has that access to the metaphysical tools can help you reconnect with that ability to reconnect with your body, to reconnect with the world around you, so that you can feel empowered to be living in this world by fully utilizing all your skills, all your gifts, and your potential, as well as your purpose, and connect to it fully and move forward with it. Thank you so much for watching this introduction. If you are interested to work with me, I do have a number of different sessions or a number of different packages that I offer. I also have small group coaching that I do to help people move forward in an environment where they can be around like-minded people and help cheer each other on, but also learn from each other in the process. So information is linked below if you're interested, and you can see for yourself what are the options. And please reach out if you have any questions or comments. I would love to know where you are in your life and what are some of the things that you're working on and are passionate about, as well as what is the next thing you see for yourself in your career, in your life. What is the next challenge?